One of the biggest reasons I moved to Arizona is this nice, dry heat. And with dry heat, you don't get nearly as many bugs, especially mosquitoes, like I did in the Midwest. Son of a bitch! I just got bit. Hey, Brian Thompson here. If you want to know what it's like to eat, drink, sleep, work, play, anything in the Phoenix market, you're going to want to give that subscribe button a punch, ring the bell, and you're going to get alerted every time I come out with a new video. I'm a full-time real estate agent, and I stress full-time real estate agent, and I absolutely love what I do. So if you have any questions at all, call, text, email, send smoke signals, whatever you want to do to go ahead and get in touch with me. Ask any questions you have at all. I also cover the local market. So even for local people here, reach out. We can talk about what it's like to go ahead and buy and sell on this market. Happy to help. Again, I love what I do. I do it full time, and yeah, reach out. So let's talk a little bit about mosquitoes in the desert. I moved here in 2002. And I can tell you for sure that we did not have that many mosquitoes here when I was here. When I moved here, and obviously the population was a lot less, that long ago, but a lot of things that people don't know that are coming here from the Midwest or other parts of the country is that we don't have a drainage system that goes into the ground, into the sewers. So we have retention areas. So it will drain, it'll go into pipes, and it goes into a big, and we use them as parks here because it doesn't get wet that often, but it's a big park area. Instead of having the water basically disappear underground, it'll sit in every retention area, and that is a good breeding ground for mosquitoes here. So we do a pretty good job of the different cities of coming and spraying those areas and keeping it down. But the biggest culprits, I'm going to be honest with you, are the people who own homes. And what they do, it's either letting their pool go green or having standing water, but we'll go over how to prevent it. But believe it or not, in Arizona, there's 40 different kinds of mosquitoes that we have here. But we're going to just talk about a few, because those few are the ones that are actually disease-carrying mosquitoes, or even one that's a disease carrying that is just a nuisance, and because I hate them. I absolutely freaking hate them. Number one on the list of the mosquitoes that we have here, and again, I'm just brushing over a couple of them, it's called a house mosquito. So they also call it a gentle night biter. So it's not like one that you saw me react to where you're like, whack, holy cow, I just got bit by a mosquito. It's later, you're just like, man, I think I got bit by a mosquito, and you start to itch. So it's when the swelling starts to kick in, you kind of realize that you did get bit. So it's not, and even in the Midwest, and I continue to reference the Midwest, and I'm sure people from the South can more relate because the mosquitoes are crazier down there, but as soon as you get bit, right? And typically, the mosquitoes hanging out, you kill it, you got blood on your leg kind of thing. But a lot of our mosquitoes here, man, they are hit and go because they're not the big ones that you're used to seeing. They're smaller. But the gentle ones, you have no idea you got bit. All of a sudden you're like, hey, I think I got bit. You start itching, whatever. So the second one we're going to talk about is going to be what's called a southern house mosquito. So this is more of your common mosquitoes, right? So you got bit, they hang out a little bit longer. And I say common again for other places in the country. It's not as common to Arizona as it is other places. But yeah, I mean, this is one that's going to hang out. You're going to see it flying around. You'll see size on it. They're the ones that hit the bug zapper all the time. There are the ones that are a little bit more common and attracted to the light. And it is definitely the smack, hey, I've got blood on my leg kind of thing. So that's another one that we have here, just a southern house mosquito. So the third one we're going to go over here is called the western malaria mosquito. So kind of common for spreading malaria. I mean, malaria is not a huge deal here in Arizona. We only have a few deaths that are related to malaria. Obviously way more common in other areas, but it is one that is mostly known for carrying malaria. And it's pretty distinctive because it has some yellow hairs on it, if you will. So you'll know that it is one of those. I'm not saying, hey, freak out, but just something to be more apt to paying attention to if something like that does happen. You start to see a lot of them, you see them around. I'm going to be 100% honest. I have never seen one, but I know that people that are warning about mosquitoes talk about them a lot. So another quick tidbit here, according to some of your big pest elimination companies, like the nationwide ones, Arizona is actually 11th in the country on that list. And I thought all 11 would be either in the south and wrapping up toward like the Carolinas and things. You know, you grab all 11 there, or up into Ohio where I'm from. But no, it's 11, and we'll go over why here in a little bit. Another one that's very common is the inland floodwater mosquito. We're gonna go ahead and talk about this for a little bit. It's got a couple of different names to it. So another name is the Aedes vexans. So vexans is Latin for vexing, which means annoying. And let me tell you, these son of a bitches are annoying. We also call them the ankle biter. So I relate them, and I spent some time in Florida when I played college baseball and such, and I relate them to the no-see-ums. I mean, you can see them, but they're super tiny. They're black and white. Like all mosquitoes, the females are the ones that are biting you, but they're super freaking aggressive. I mean, they have a longer lifespan, so they're going to be able to produce more eggs. And believe it or not, their eggs, when they lay them, they can go somewhat dormant in an area until that area gets water, and then they can become active. So they live up to 3 months, which typical lifespan of a female is like 5 to 6 weeks, maybe. So we're talking 3 months, so double that. The males only live 10 days, but they're not the ones that are doing damage anyhow. We just have to blame them for part of the breeding process. But anyhow, super annoying, man. They really go, and I don't know if it's the thin skin around your ankles or the fact that a lot of us are vascular there, meaning our veins are popping out around our ankles, but I'm telling you, man, they are all day long, and they're day biters and super aggressive during the day. And if they get into your house, they will annoy the hell out of you. I've got a buddy, I swear, I go over to his house, I'll sit at his table, and it's like there's a nest of them, if you will, because they will just eat at your ankles. They're probably the most common ones, the most that people really hate here. And like I said, super aggressive. The other ones are, we would consider aggressive. The night biter, not so much, but this one is the most aggressive out of all of them for sure. So when is it mosquito season here? Here's part of the bad news. All year round. We don't really get cold enough here. We will have a few days of some overnight freezing occasionally, but mostly it stays in the temperatures where they can still thrive. The worst part of the year is the monsoon season, because we have that morning humidity, a lot of rain, and the rain is like downpour rain. So some of these mosquitoes go ahead and lay eggs in some of the low-lying dormant areas. It starts to hit that water. I mean, those eggs can be sitting there for a while. Water hits them, boom, they're back active. Year-round is the bad news. Most of the time is during the monsoon season for sure. So that June to September range is when you're going to get them. Okay, let's talk prevention. One way, bird baths. Sorry, bird lovers, man. If you can somehow figure out a way to do away with it or somehow keep that thing clean. As a real estate agent, I have seen some bird baths that are absolutely horrible. I wouldn't want a bird to drink out of them. I wouldn't want anything to touch it. I mean, it's just awful. If you're an actual bird lover, take care of the birds and clean the bird bath. It's okay to have one, but if you really don't need it, get rid of it. I'm gonna tell you, the birds much rather hang out in your neighbor's pool with the waterfall, things like that, playing in the waterfall. They'd much rather have that than a stagnant water bird bath. Another one, any standing water. If you get rid of a plant, plants die, right? So if you're cap off any water that's going to the plant that's not there anymore, because that just fills full of water, mud. Mosquitoes love that. Anything like that, just cap it off until you're ready to plant something else. Any storage you have on the side of your house, anything that water can get trapped in, it does, it sits there. Another one is your trash bins. Close your trash bins. If you get water in it, dump them on the side, let the water run out, then put your trash in, because that water will not evaporate down there. Because you put the trash, it's in a great shaded area, those mosquitoes will use that. Another one, gutters are not super common here, but if you have them, just make sure they're cleaned out. You get some debris in there, water sits on that debris, makes a little bit of a mud. Mosquitoes love it, okay? Mosquitoes, besides human blood, feed on flowers and in the bushes and things. So if you have anything from trees, flowers, bushes in your gutters, guess where they're gonna hang out? You know, we use our side yards here a lot for storage. So if you put some old tires over there, I get it. Tires are tough to get rid of, but make sure they're sitting in an area where or continue to turn them over so the water gets out of the tires. Any kind of storage stuff on the side until you have a chance to throw it away, dispose of it properly, get rid of it. A good way to get rid of them is any kind of a spray that is at least 30% DEET. Check and make sure it's okay with your animals, you know, your dogs or anything else you have hanging out. I don't know if DEET is okay for pets, but that's one way of getting rid of them. So the higher concentration of the DEET, the more of a chance you have of getting rid of those mosquitoes. If you're gonna have one of the bug zappers, okay, I've seen a lot of people have them, but they have them right by like the door. Okay, so if you want to attract the bugs and you're by the door and that bug sees this blue light or it sees a human to feast on, if it's a female, it's probably going to pick you. So if you're going to have them, great. Just have it away from where you sit, have it away from your doors, things like that. Everybody, you know, likes to have a few adult pops and laugh at the bug zapper and things. Just have it away, right? Just move it. Another thing is call one of our pest control places and have them spray, okay? But most of them will, and they're gonna spray your bushes and things like that. You know, we do have, in the Midwest, that was like unheard of, anybody coming out and spraying for mosquitoes, but we have it here because you just wanna get rid of them because they are a pain in the butt. But I can tell you right now, there is a product called an Into Care. So what that is, it's a man-made fixture, if you will, and it's got some kind of a scent in there that attracts a female. Female will come in, that gets on them, and it prevents them from breeding. They go back home, hang out wherever they're doing with the other females, and it spreads. That is the best way of keeping mosquitoes from continuing to multiply, if you will, in your area. Your pest elimination person should talk to you about it. Again, I am not in that business. I just know I've done a lot of research for my clients and things, and I continue to see that is the best way of getting rid of mosquitoes in your area. Hey man, that's it. Can't always come with good news and things, but any questions you have, I'm gonna come with some other bugs and critters ones, because people are always wondering, hey, am I gonna get attacked by a scorpion? Are they gonna kill me? You know, rattlesnakes, things like that. I'm gonna come up with some more videos, but you have all my contact information here. Please reach out. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you see me. Follow me, and any questions, please, again, reach out. So take care.